Switch to live. Hello and welcome to RPG Research. This is our weekly administrative meeting from about 6 to 6:30, 6:45 p.m. Pacific time each Monday, and then the rest of the time up until 9 p.m. or so is our staff either training, theory or applied gaming. For today's training, when we get into it, we're going to be covering, I was going to do RPG 99, but actually what I decided to do because of some stuff coming up this Wednesday is we're going to go through our forms, our new participant pack, when we're bringing. Now, you guys haven't seen these very often because we haven't been at the same duration and scale yet. You guys have all still been learning and training, and so we haven't been doing any formal research using you guys. And so as you get trained up enough, we will start using these forms more and more frequently. And I've been going through and updating them quickly, so they're not fully up to date yet. Some of them go back years, and I'll have to hurry and print some sample ones out here because I've been overhauling them. But we're also going to go over a few assessment tools that are handy that I think you'll find interesting, and I'll have each of you guys run through. And that's going to be a problem for those of you who are remote. But before we get to that, somebody needs to mute their microphone unless it's Brooke, because there's a lot of background noise. But let's go ahead and start our administrative meeting, and then we will go ahead and get into the rest of it. So, Brooke?
Hello.
Hello, how are you today? Actually, let's quickly introduce everybody in case everybody hasn't realized. So I'm Hawk Robinson, President and Founder of RPG Research.
John Wilker, Vice President. Riley, volunteer.
Play Archetype Specialist. Come on, man. Say it proudly.
President, or Vice President, so I figured out. Okay, I'm a player archetype specialist.
Yeah. And volunteer, yeah.
James Shane, volunteer, GM trainee, story crafter, very recently NPC, and I wear a lot of hats.
All at once. He looks like a Jaeger.
Anna?
I'm Anna. I'm a volunteer.
And remind me, which role were you working on? GM trainee or something else?
GM trainee.
Okay, great. So use your title when you do your introduction. And Danielle?
Hi, I'm Danielle. I am a GM trainee and a treasurer.
Treasurer, yes, on the board, yep. And Brooke?
I'm Brooke. I'm kind of administrative, volunteer, operational, vice chair of the board.
She helps us keep functioning from week to week. Thank goodness for Brooke. So, Brooke, go ahead and take it away. What do you have for us today?
First of all, so are you guys did Shane and Hawk, and I'm not sure about John, if you were able to go to the seminar this upcoming Saturday?
Shane and Hawk are going. John, you were going to be tied up with something, I think is why we didn't. Because I put that out there. You're teaching Saturday, that's why. Yeah, okay. Yeah, so Shane and I will be going to this volunteer workshop thing from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. So, yeah, we will be gone. But the GM workshop will still be going from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. John, did you figure out what you're going to be running?
I was going to take this move there. Who needs an intro? Shane, you need to do a baseline?
Yeah, but I'm going to be with Hawk this Saturday.
He's going to be
You're
with
going to be with Hawk. So,
Maybe next Saturday.
And
I think at the end of the other one.
you're doing the end of the other.
Aren't you doing your birthday?
Oh yeah, that is my birthday.
It's going to be exciting.
Anna, can you come and play?
If I get my parents' permission, yes.
Okay. And then you can run something?
And Dan can make it too. Yeah, we need to get your baseline, but I don't know if that's enough time for her to be ready for that.
What system is it?
Well, so what we do for GM trainees, have you had any experience GMing yet?
Yes.
Okay, what are you strongest with? What is your best game?
D&D 5th edition.
Okay, and what is your strongest adventure that you could do in just a few hours, at least give a good idea about?
Probably either Lost Mines of Phandelver or Defiance and Plan.
So whichever you prefer, because we want you to do is we'll get a baseline of your current abilities and have you run us through a game, and it can be whatever is your strongest game, we want you to bring to the table and run that session. And that just gives us a baseline where you're at, so that then over time we can look back and see how it progresses and such. This might be too short a notice, but if you're able to do it this Saturday, that you would be welcome to do so if you can get your parental permission. Yes,
You need to be there?
we would definitely, yeah. And I want you to get more paths.
No, I
correct.
was asking if you needed to be there.
No, I can watch the video later.
Okay.
For baselines, that's all the more reason why I record them.
And that's from 11 to 2. Where is it?
Saturday at my house.
That might be a bit of an issue.
Getting here,
Can you at least get to my house?
you might be able to carpool with anybody who's coming.
That might work. Like I said, I'll mostly have to talk to my
Yeah,
parents
get your
about it.
parental permission, of course. And if it's not enough time, John, what's your fallback?
My fallback, I will be running Doctor Who.
Okay, different adventure.
Yep.
Okay, what do you think you're running?
It's called Nightfall.
Oh yeah, Nightfall. Okay, all right. So that'll be the fallback is Doctor Who. Can you make it Saturday for
I
your?
cannot because I'm volunteering someplace else.
Oh,
Traitor!
like regularly or just
No,
a
it's
one-time
just-
thing?
it's-
Okay,
I'm helping running a robotics competition at my school.
cool. Which robotics?
Parallax.
Parallax, cool. I used to help run the Lego robotics over at St. George's and stuff.
I know that's not your robot competition, is it?
No, my robot competition was this week, and hence why I have a bit of a dead voice.
How did it go?
Worse than we expected, but good, because at the start of the competition, a lot of our mechs weren't working quite right because some of the game pieces were different than we had anticipated, but we were able to do some quick fixes and kind of work our way back up and are hopefully going to do a lot better at our next competition.
Well, good luck with that. Cool. Yeah, that's some neat stuff.
Yeah, my middle son did robotics with CV, and they got to go all the way to that big thing that they have every year in Portland.
Nice.
That was amazing. Although it's kind of intimidating because we had like a few sponsors, local sponsors here.
And then they've
You
got
got
like
kids coming
huge
in.
sponsors. Yeah. Yeah.
Big Microsoft,
Yeah.
Xerox,
Yeah.
Boeing, and that's like the only sticker on the
Because
entire robot.
some parent works there.
Yeah.
Okay. So Danielle will not be here Saturday. We're hoping Anna can GM baseline. If she can't, then John's backup is Doctor Who.
Correct.
So let us know as soon as you can, Anna, on that. And if it won't work this Saturday, see if you can do it the following Saturday or something like that, just so that we get your baseline. We want to get everybody's baseline as early as possible. We've done yours.
No, we had a problem with mine. Probably, if you want sometime next week, we can do it.
It's Thursday next week, Applied Gaming. Is this Thursday? No, this Thursday's Applied Gaming.
This Thursday is
what do you
Applied
have
Gaming, which
scheduled
means
for this
this next
Thursday?
Monday would be Applied Gaming. This Thursday would be whatever the continuation of my GM99 courses are. I gave that one.
No, because you already it would be Applied Gaming, not Theory. If you did Theory last Thursday, then
That's where I'm.
you're
That's where I'm supposed.
you're running it. Okay.
She's running. Oh, I thought you meant like next week.
No, this Thursday. Yeah, we're talking about this week.
She is going to be running
Okay.
the Adventures in Middle Earth, the second half of Eves of Mirkwood.
Okay.
So the next chance that you have,
Are you able to make that?
I should be.
Okay, good. And I want you to do PAS. I
Okay.
want you to make life difficult for her appropriately. Since John will be running it, he'll be handing you the Post-its. So about every half hour, 45 minutes is when you change them up with the Post-its. Try to watch the clock and keep notes of how he's doing with his play archetype specialist roles and how she's handling it. If she's noticing, if she's addressing, etc. We want to get him doing more of that. I wish we had more. I'm sorry you're alone, other than Valerie in California, because I want us to have a full table of player type specialists, at least 4, to make life miserable for the GMs.
Minimum
but train
3.
the heck out of them.
Really,
Yeah.
minimum
But
3.
one is better than none, and of course we're able to take on those roles too. So, which we've done. All right.
Non-buffer next week.
What
Introduction to non-buffer LARP on the next Monday.
is what I'm doing?
Yep.
Okay. I might change that up to campaign cartographer.
Well,
What?
oh, never mind. Yeah, I've got the campaign photography, but kind of.
It's a tool.
So you see that whole shelf there
Yeah.
above the shield? That's all campaign cartographer.
Yeah, it's a lot.
They have the whole shebang, and he's been asking for some time out to do it, and I need to refresh on it. Every time, I love using that tool. I've lost a lot of great maps from Tolkien and stuff, and it's a great tool. And a lot of people aren't aware of it. And there's a lot easier tools out there than Campaign Cartographer.
It's very CAD.
Campaign Cartographer is CAD, computer-aided drafting software.
Yeah,
It
but the
is,
finished product is beautiful.
yes.
The
If
stuff
you
you can do.
get through the learning curve, it's very powerful. And the other ones that are easier, you're very limited.
What program do you use for CAD?
We're talking about Campaign Cartographer.
Specifically for making
All right,
maps.
so that's the program.
That's what I like to use. If you want to get that, that's what we're talking about doing an introductory training next Monday on that.
Yeah, but if you think about all the tools that are in there,
Yeah, go ahead and move all that out of the
and
way.
you can get
It's amazing.
bundles
If
you can
it
get.
is a really steep learning curve, and I always have to refresh. It takes me a while, but if I know I'm going to be teaching it for less, then that's even better. And once you have it set up, and it can be a little bit of pain to set up, but once it's set up, works beautifully. It's kind of dated in its UI, but it's so powerful. Why are you just getting the one? Grab the whole. Pull that out.
Okay.
Grab the whole shebang. Show folks. So yeah, I think I'm going to change it up to that because I've had specific requests from Shane, and then I'll do LARP on the following one. I'd really prefer to do LARP when the weather's nicer and do something outside, but the introductory LARP is not a buffer LARP, but we can't do it here. I'll have to set up down in the rec area because we do have to be able to walk around.
You see on this camera?
Yes.
Okay.
Can you? Let's see. Hang on. So I gotta click on.
We have tall people.
Hang on.
You show people of height, don't climb on things.
Is that one there?
Okay, up higher.
Higher. Okay, that's good.
Tilt it a little bit forward. There we go.
Sure.
Well, no, I was just saying, hold the whole big box up with
Well, no,
the
that's
spine.
just show one. Now, put that one back. Now show the whole glory.
Yeah, that was just one case. See all those?
All those pretty tools.
Each one's a different. You can't see that in Jitsi?
I can't see it.
Okay. You cannot? Can. Okay.
Can. She
Yeah.
positively
So we're not going to go through every single product. We're only going to go through the basics. But the basics between city designer, dungeon designer, fractals, the terrain designer, like you can randomly create world terrain. That's how I did Beirut and such. You know, I had certain things. I kept running it until I got the layout that I wanted, and you can tweak it, and it's awesome. And it has cosmology. You can create an entire solar system, galaxy, universe, whatever. It's
What you
awesome.
can literally do is see a solar system.
Yeah, star charts and
then
everything.
Move your way in towards a single planet.
Yeah, zoom
moving
in, zoom
to a
in, zoom in,
continent,
zoom
and
in,
just
all
keep
the way
going.
to a building.
Well, the interior of the building.
Yeah,
So
and even
a
like the
room.
interior of like objects and stuff of a chest and things like that. It's awesome. And you can create, some of them you can create 3-dimensional rendering walkthroughs. So you can also, it isn't just for a paper
That's
print.
diorama.
You got, well, dioramas to create printouts that you make 3-dimensional terrains. Dioramas to print out and cut out and then glue together your towns and stuff. That's what the dioramas are, yeah. So, and again, it's all old software, but very powerful, very powerful. And it's not, I mean, if you buy the whole shebang, it gets, I think it's like $700-800 for everything. You don't have to spend that. It's like $30-40 intro or something like that. But
Got a couple duplicates.
right, yeah. I because of newer versions and such, I think.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, anyway.
Forget about bundling stuff. Because when I got mine, I got
Let's veer in.
Yeah, sorry.
But that's the plan for next Monday. All right. So we kind of got it worked out. Tomorrow, of course, is research meeting, 9 a.m. to noon. Wednesday, Katie. So Thursday, John's going to be running the meeting. Who's going to be here Thursday in person? Okay, Riley and Shane. Danielle?
Well, she has to be running on this Thursday. So she Yes,
You're going to be
Yeah,
here,
I'll be
right?
there.
Because you're going to be running it. Good. Anna, will you be remoting in?
I won't be able to do Thursdays as of what my schedule looks like right now, but I should be able to continue to do Mondays.
Okay, good. That's fine. At some point, we want to introduce you to Adventures in Middle Earth and such, but that no problem. We've got plenty of time. Did you guys sign the remote folks in on the roster?
No.
Okay. All right, Brooke, what else? Does that help clarify for you, Brooke, who's doing what, where? And this Friday is at Spark Central, 4 to 7 p.m.
Yeah.
Who's going to be at Spark?
You know for sure.
So, John, Shane,
Me?
Danielle. Good.
Wait.
Getting confused.
We need
Okay.
to break up that table, though.
Yeah, we need to get people. Yeah, we need to stop them at 4 or 5 players and start moving them to other games, so that Shane and Danielle are getting some more time there. We'll get there. The key thing is we kept saying no so many times when it was just you and I.
Yeah.
We lost a lot of people. We lost like 20-something people because we didn't have enough GMs. So just keep sticking it out. People will start showing, especially once the weather gets better. It'll pick back up. We were at 5 full tables, and if we'd had a 6 GM, we would have had a 6 table. That's the most that Spark Central can handle, 6 tables. So, although, if I have the bus there, we have a potential 7th table. Not to mention that we lost one player because of autism spectrum because it was too noisy.
Right.
And if she would have let me have a conversation with them about it, we could have migrated a small group into the bus then and given them a buffer. Speaking of the bus, I did pick up a new generator this weekend, a 7500 continuing running power 9400 peak, dual fuel, either gasoline or propane. So it runs quieter on propane, but it loses about 1500 watts. This will hopefully solve all of our wattage issues that we've had with the setups that have just been so frustrating because we just keep overloading the generators, just trying to have the lights on and the heat and things like that. Although I was surprised the bus didn't fumigate us.
No.
I left the bus running and we just used the bus's heater, and we didn't get fumed up. So I'm not sure why. It wasn't.
We're developing an immunity.
So, but that was good. It kept everybody warm in the bus. Unfortunately, I was in the trailer most of the time, freezing. But anyway, that was a big chunk I used. So we had donors who were helping. We were trying to build the ideal RPG trailer. That has gone nowhere in 4 years after the initial climb. And basically, at this point, it's been losing money with inflation. It's had less and less buying power. Now, they'd given me the okay some time ago to use it to just buy an extended ramp for the trailer we had, but then we got the donor from the veteran, so we didn't have to. So it's just been sitting in the bank. And so basically, anything that can enhance our current thing. Now, that's not RPG research money, just to be clear. That was my own personal GoFundMe, etc. I had hoped to try to get about $6,500 down to build the ideal wheelchair-accessible role-playing game trailer. Unfortunately, not enough people were interested in making that happen, and I'm bummed about it. But I'm very grateful to those who did donate, and we're making the best of it. So I was able to get a better generator because of this, because we've always had a problem with the generators being too wimpy. In the summer, the air conditioning keeps blowing them, and then in the winter, it's the heat and the lights. This should not be a problem. This 7,500 watts is our Tim the Tool Man. That's a lot of watts. It should be able to run the power for both the bus and the trailer, and the floodlights for the R. And you saw, and we finally set up a couple of the floodlights, and it really shows off the artwork. At night, it really pops out. And we had a few people come up and ask questions and such. And Zips let us go ahead and park in their parking lot after all. They let us do that with all the snow and everything. They were nice about it. It helped that we went in and bought stuff first,
Now that we're customers, can we park here?
Okay, Brooke, verified volunteers. I got to set up the bank account stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I've got that email. I'm going to try to do that tonight if I can. That was my intent, was to get that done today, so we can get them paid. Indeed, shut down the RPG Research business account, Indeed.com.
Oh.
Without, and I kept saying why, and they're like, we need to see proof of your business license. It doesn't meet our terms, blah, 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 blah. And
He's giving the free stuff.
well, because yeah, I'm not sponsoring. I just keep creating new ones, but it doesn't. I read through the terms of service. It doesn't say that that's a violation of it. They said it didn't meet their quality standards, blah blah blah, and they said that they couldn't verify that I was a representative of RPG Research. I don't know what if they were trying to do a phone call and they looked like a spammer. Maybe I didn't answer their call because it looked like a spammer because I get so many spam calls. But so I sent our business license. They've re-enabled it. It's back up with the business, all the job postings. But that was annoying. And I asked them what triggered this. What was the cause of this, so we can prevent this in the future, and they haven't responded. At least it's back up. So just so you're aware of that, hopefully that doesn't happen again. Because that has, I mean, even though we get some not real applicants, generally a lot of you we've met because it was on Indeed, whether it was on the LLC side or RPG Research side, it was because you saw it there and you would never come across it otherwise. We get a few who find it just through the website, but far more are through job boards. And Indeed's been the best one of weeding out the do not use ZipRecruiter. Oh my goodness. 1,000 applicants and nobody was even remotely close to the position. Just spams the employer. Indeed.com, at least they do a pretty good job of making it so you can weed out the spam applicants for the most part. What else do you have, Brooke?
Seattle Get Big. Did you guys get a chance to look over that email?
The one that I sent, or there was another one?
No, the recap was not sent to you.
Was it from you?
Yeah, I didn't get anything from you, Brooke, right?
Yeah, I don't remember. I remember you saying you were going to send us one. I don't remember seeing one.
Oh, thought I saw it.
Let me check. Oh, Seattle Gives Big. Okay, here it is, the 25th. So the Seattle Give Big 2019 event is for all nonprofits that serve Washington or headquartered in Washington. It's a one-day online giving event. The day is May 8th. Registration as a nonprofit has to be done by March 29th. They provide training and toolkits along with graphics to help promote the event and ensure more money. The only downside is that there's a registration fee. However, for us, it'll just be $10. Fee is determined by the amount of money.
What's happening?
It is. I'm sorry. It's my network connection. It's determined by the amount of money revenue an organization has. 1 to 150,000 is a $10 fee. So yeah, as long as we raise more than $10, we'll come out ahead. Learn more about through the FAQ. GiveBig2019.org/FAQ. Then we put together a strategy and follow the assistance and guidance given. We should have at least a decent turnout. In addition, we'll be listed as part of the event, which is, I would love for us to make this happen. But I need somebody who, Brooke, do you want to take that on?
I can register it.
Okay.
You'll just have to pay the fee.
Gladly.
I'll send you the link.
Great.
To pay the fee.
But I mean, and you'll help flagship us, corral all of us so we get this to happen. Great. We really need to get Brianne in on this. We're about out of brochures, because I was hoping for her input before I did another print run of brochures.
Okay.
So we got to really get her showing up to these meetings and stuff and say, hey, we really need you for these things.
Did she reach out to you?
Not separately, not since, no.
Oh.
No, she said, I mean, I got, your response, but she did not reach out to me. I mean, she'd said before she'd just been busy and was getting it all done. But, so if you can give her our meeting schedule for our Monday and Thursday meeting schedule, if she can do either of those. If she can't do those, then ask her what her availability is. I really am anxious to get her onboarded, actively engaged with us. So, and this would be a really good thing for her to be involved with.
Yep.
So, okay, yeah, go. If you can get that started, Brooke, that will really help. Hopefully we can make this happen.
Okay. I just
Um,
didn't want to make the executive decision without input
Okay.
from everybody else.
Understood, but when it comes to fundraising, you're the director of fundraising, so you do get to make that. $10. So basically, remember the way we have it set up is Danielle, John, and I, we can spend up to $100 without having to get permission from the other two necessarily, although we do it anyway just to stay in the loop. We try to be very careful about that. If it's less than $100, and as long as our account's doing okay and you think it's really going to be helpful, we're trusting your judgment on that. If it's a time situation, if it's, you had time here that you could wait for us, but if you see something that you really think is going to help us, you can take that initiative if it's under $100.
Okay.
As long as it's not like 50 things under $100, because then we're out of money. And so, but yeah, if you see something that you like, and it's a timely thing, we need to hurry and do it, and you think it's going to help us, you've got that director level, so it's okay.
Okay.
I mean, always feel free to double check. I understand. I just want you to know that we trust you. Okay.
Big Brother is watching.
Yeah. Well, yeah, we're streaming live. Many Big Brothers are probably watching, and Big Sisters.
Including the occasional little sister, the little brother, the cousin.
So.
Okay. Those were the main things I wanted to talk about.
Excellent. Yes, I'll really try to get this verified volunteers thing done tonight. I'm drowning in paperwork, but that is such an important one. I'm also getting a little grief down at the office because I don't know what it is with their merchant processing. It's been for years on and off. They keep having trouble with my cards, and so I'll give them a different card and it'll work for a while, and then it'll stop working. And I'll give them another card and it'll work for a while, and then it'll stop working. And there's plenty of money in the account, but they, it's been frustrating. So I'm like, do I need to set up a bank auto check, send paper checks to you so that it stops happening? So waiting to hear back. It's just been a week of annoying administrative stuff. And then Danielle and John, you saw for this Wednesday at Spokane Public School District, it's a go.
Yes.
You saw that, Danielle?
Yep.
Good.
And
so
our check-in time is, Danielle, what time do we check in?
I think it's 3, right?
no.
That's why I asked.
Oh no, not even close. Okay, the players start showing up. Like we start setting up at 2:10, but you want to be there.
Okay.
You want.
I have it written down somewhere else.
Yeah, you need to be there before 2. So you need to drive up before 2, and I'm going to be sending you guys some sign-in. You're going to have log sheets for when you're at locations. You're going to sign in when you arrive. You're going to start prepping, in your car, and then, but be there by 2.
Okay.
No later than, because 2:10 is when you can go in the room and start setting up, and we want to start playing by 2:15, 2:20 because there isn't a lot of time. The game goes till 4:45.
Okay.
So you only have a little over 2 hours, so must be on time. You're going to have to really call, and this first time is going to be tricky because I have paperwork for the kids to fill out, the assessments and such, like we're going to be talking about some of them. But no,
Okay.
Be there before 2. Please, please, please. Okay.
Yeah, I saved that as a different thing. I've been dealing with my other job all morning and then going to a doctor's appointment.
So, John, make sure you remind her that day too, please.
Okay.
I would have been there on time. I'm just Mondays are for setting up the week.
Okay. Well, normally,
job.
but realize the LLC is separate, so normally we don't bring this up. But I was just really concerned to make sure that when you're getting started here, that didn't fall through. All right, Shane, did you have anything you wanted to bring up on the administrative side?
I guess are we just going to meet at this nonprofit thing there?
Yeah, we'll just meet there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then that's all.
Yeah, I'll try to be there about 8:30 or so. I think it starts at 9, right?
Yes.
So I'm going to try to be there by 8:30.
Yeah, me too. So I will meet you at the door at 8:30 then.
Okay.
I can't think of anything else right now.
Okay. Riley, do you have anything?
So badges.
Patches.
We don't need no stamp badges.
Always ready.
So for the badges, are you waiting for more people to order like a shipment, or what you're wearing?
Oh, these?
Yes.
Oh, because you want one for the Player Archive
I
Specialist.
do.
Oh, well then let me order you one.
Yay!
Woohoo!
I need to grab it. You know, I might need a badge for this Saturday, so I'm looking for some.
I don't know if I can get them here in time, but you know what? I'll try.
Sweet. I should have thought about that way sooner.
Okay.
There is a general volunteer one hanging off your thing that they can use.
If you were to grab that.
That would work, yeah.
Yeah. Till we get you the one you want. It's got the logo.
Excellent. Okay, cool.
But we'll
I
get
will be
you
careful with it.
your Paz one. I think I had it in the queue and just hadn't hit it yet. Anno, as you get ramped up more, we'll get you a name tag badge as well. It's just a plate, but we're switching to the. What are we doing for RPG research? I forgot. We're doing
Red with no logo.
I thought that was
Right.
Pharmacy Therapeutic.
Oh, that's right. No, I was going generic. I was getting rid of the logo and just going with the title. So that you
For
could
Game
use
Masters,
it. So you could
right?
use it so you could use it wherever.
So there's not a transfer between what you'd wear for research and for what you wear for therapeutics? Is that what the idea is?
The idea is you could use it in both. I'm the only one that would have to change it out because I have different ones as I'm representing different companies.
I'm keeping my vice president.
Oh, you're welcome to. You're welcome to. Totally. But for everybody else, that it just says what they do and it doesn't say which organization, so that it's more flexible in the use. Okay, but Anna, as you get more thoroughly into this, we'll get you one as well. It'll say Game Master Trainee or Game Master on it as well. It'll just say your first name and then your title. Okay?
Yep. Didn't realize my microphone was muted.
Yep, no problem. Danielle, anything administrative you wanted to bring up?
No, but it happens to me all the time, Melissa. Oh, other than I did put these together, I guess that would be kind of administrative. We have dice towers that are glued that will not come apart.
Woohoo!
If I throw them against the wall.
Yes, if you abuse them. Hang on, let me switch the screen so they can actually see. Where's my mouse?
Right, on the left, right.
Down.
One
Up,
more. There.
Isn't that a cool one? Isn't that dragon cool?
Very nice. What does that run? Do you know?
$20.
But I also have a
15.
regular.
Those dice
twin
towers are
one
around
and
15 to 20 bucks.
plastic.
I
You have to glue them together and stuff. So yeah, how's it feel material wise? Other than I know the little bits will break off.
The little bits are frustrating. The wings, when I went to slide this in, I had to be real careful because the wings felt like they wanted to come off.
Yeah, but how does it feel now that it's dried?
The base, the body is really sturdy. The base is. We have to remember to never grab it from the top.
Okay. All right.
Other than that, yeah. So
And it's gonna
put your
go-
hand right here.
It's going to go in the
Just take this place
accessory
to grab
box.
it.
Well, how's that going to work when you pull it out of the accessory box?
I was thinking about putting it either on. I don't know. I haven't put it in the box yet.
We'll have to figure that
I can
out.
do that right now.
Okay.
I do have the box.
Yeah, and then you got the wooden one as well, right?
I just took. There's a little bit of fuzzies. I'm trying to pull them off as I've been talking.
No,
Because I used string to hold it together while it was drying.
I thought that one was brown. It was just white.
No. It's just like a light wood. It's
alright.
like a
Weird.
pine.
Oh, okay. It's just on the
But
camera. It just looks
the-
like paper.
The laser.
Okay. All right. Cool. Yep. So
I
we
mean,
got.
I can spray paint if you
No,
want.
no. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Yeah. Anyway, so that's good. We have enough dice towers for a number of kits now, so that's good. So the reason why we want to make sure we have dice towers is it helps with people with certain disabilities who have trouble like shaking and throwing the dice or spastic motions. if they can just grab it and drop it, it makes it easier for them. And just in general, it means less, fewer dice on the floor and shooting across the table. It makes it easier. The only downside is they're kind of noisy. They can be pretty loud, but they do help, and so that's why we want them. And it can also help a little bit with cheating too, right?
Yeah.
Because you're not putting your hand over it all and things like that. It's there in the tower, and usually makes it easier for people to see. So, okay. Anything else administrative, John?
Not administrative, but the Critical Role Kickstarter started today, and in the time that we've been sitting here, they've gained $21,000.
Yeah, no kidding. What are they doing?
They're doing Legend of Vox Machina animated special. They wanted
Of their campaign setting?
They're making a movie
Of their campaign setting?
of their campaign setting. They wanted $750,000.
Every GM stream. Jeez.
And they're
doing it. That's awesome.
$3.3 million right now, and they made $22,000 while we were sitting here.
Wow.
They made
$23,000.
$1.5 million in the first hour.
And I'm not donating to that one because I'm just
$24,000.
Well, I think there's plenty.
plenty to go around. Yeah.
So I just put all 3 dice towers in that box that we had agreed that would be good.
Yep.
And we can fit another 2 of the regular, like lighter colored ones in there, and still be able to reach in and grab that one by the base.
All right, we'll have to train people accordingly. Okay, if there's nothing else administrative, I want to call administrative. Anything else, Brooke, that occurred to you?
Nope.
Okay, good. Well, then we'll set you free. If you can go ahead and get rolling on pinging Brienne and getting the Seattle Give Big thing underway, that would be really wonderful.
I already submitted for the Give Big. They just have to verify we're real. So.
Excellent. Thanks a lot, Brooke.
Thanks, guys. Have fun.
Have a great week.
Bye.
Talk to you later. Bye. All righty then. So I'm going to stop and start the recording, and we're going to do our meeting on basically on paperwork. It's going to be, but it's assessment forms, and so this is the stuff that I've used over the years. Some of it's been years since I used it. When we're going kind of all out on the paperwork, this is how I was able to get a lot of research data over 15 years. Is these types of forms, and some are very useful. And one of them, which I've got more on the way in the mail, is going to parallel, I think, fairly well for player style. When you see the questions and how it works, I think and the categories that come up, I think you'll see how they can map. Now, though we use Bartle's taxonomy, let me stop recording, start recording, and we'll jump into this. I'll be right back, and I'll keep streaming meanwhile. Get back my mouse here.